you, they're like a small pebble. I turn to you, my heart full of shame, my eyes full of tears. Bestow your forgiveness and mercy upon me. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions and those who follow him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Merchants and Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in golden cellar and premium white, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Merchants and Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Merchants and Spice. Taste the East.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
There are over 200 million orphans globally. We can't help all of them. But what if we each helped just one? The Al Imdad Foundation now gives you an opportunity to help just one orphan from Syria or Palestine. For just 500 Rand per month, you can help safeguard the dignity of an orphan by assisting them with basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter, medical care, and attention. Our orphan sponsorship program allows you to track the progress of your orphan through regular feedback. Make a difference in the life of an orphan today. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
Hearing to TBR every day has really inspired my whole life. You guys really rock.
From 6 to 8, that's the best 2 hours of our lives. Hats off to you guys. Thank you very much. You'll really brighten up our day.
I really enjoy listening to the Breakfast Rush with Nichal. My day wouldn't be the same without the Breakfast Rush. I love the TBR show.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
Internal poverty is the poverty of the soul. It describes the unmoved soul. The soul that has been created but has still failed to realize why. It is the soul that lives a purposeless life. The heart that beats but has already died. Because while this body cries and bleeds and feels pain from the material world, the soul is untouched by these things. There is only one thing that can cut or stab or impoverish the soul. There is only one thing that can kill it, to deprive it of its only one true need, to be close to its originator, to be near God. Spiritual deprivation is the true impoverishment. True poverty is standing poor on the day of judgment. Despite this reality, we continue to live this life, feeding our bodies but starving our souls. When a body dies, we cry, but our hearts are unmoved by those bodies which are still alive, but whose hearts and souls have already died because of the alienation from that which gives life, God. What impoverishes and kills the heart? It is allowing the heart to love anything as it should only love God. The heart was created by and for God. The heart was created to know and love God. The heart was created to be given to God, to be filled with God. The heart that is given to or filled by any other thing suffers the most painful impoverishment and death. The heart that is owned by this life is a prisoner of the worst kind. The heart that is owned by any other master than the master of masters is the weakest of all slaves. That is true oppression, true death, true poverty. As human beings, we enslave ourselves to different things. Some of us in here are enslaved to money. Some of us have enslaved our hearts to other people. We love them as we should only love Allah. Some of us are enslaved to status or to our careers. I tell you to ask yourself, what do you love most? Most of us in this room will say that we love God most. We say this with our tongues, we say this in our minds, but our hearts, our actions say otherwise. How do you know? Ask yourself, what is your refuge? When you're most broken, where do you go? When you're afraid, where do you hide? When you need, who do you ask? What do you fear most? What do you stay up at night worrying about? Who, what makes you cry most? What do you think about most? What occupies your mind in Salah? Is it really God? Is it really Allah on our mind most? Is it really your fear of standing before Him that makes you cry in your bed? No, probably not. It's the person who left you, the money you lost, the career you couldn't have, the raise you didn't get. What are you afraid of most? Just the thought of losing what thing causes you so much anxiety that you feel it physically. Is it your husband, your wife, your money, your job? Is it your image? Is it your figure? What is it? When you're given a choice, what do? When Allah says to dress and act a certain way, and then society says the opposite, which do you choose? Who defines beauty for you? Who defines success? When Allah says that interest is haram, but your financial ambitions command otherwise, when society's standard for the size of your house or the brand of your car command otherwise, which do you choose? Who defines richness? Who defines poverty? Brothers and sisters, the storm is coming. Seek refuge in the only place that refuge exists. Seek refuge in Allah. You and I know what day we were born, but none of us know what day we will die. And many people think that we can live our lives however we want, and then at the time of death, just say La ilaha illallah. But at the time of death, the tongue cannot speak except what the heart commands. Whatever is in the heart will come out. The impoverished heart will have nothing but love of dunya to speak about on that day. If our heart is empty of Allah during our life, how can it be full of Allah during our death? If our heart is full of love of this life, love of status, love of wealth, love of the creation over the Creator, it is that which will speak. If in your life you carried only La ilaha illallah, that truly there is no refuge, no shelter but Him, then and only then will the tongue be given permission to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah Allahumma ja'alna minhum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ustada Yasmin Mujahid on your Nasiha this morning, and we say Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome on into TBR on this Wednesday morning. Is it really Allah? That's the title of this morning's Nasiha with Ustada Yasmin Mujahid. If you're watching on YouTube, I posted a question in the comment section. Where are you watching from? That's what we want to know this morning. If you're on YouTube, pop into the comment section really quickly and just, it's like, we don't want your address. No. We're not going to come visit. We just want to know where, like which area are you watching YouTube in this morning. Assalamu alaikum, Nazmeera Cassim, first day back in the classroom with their children's. Or as Buddy would say, children.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yes, day one officially of term 2.
Day one.
Super exciting. So much to do. Also, so little time. There
Why?
are 58 to 59 days this term.
In the whole term?
The whole term has 58 to 59
Wow.
school days. And there's a lot to do. This is, that report that will go out in June. That the little ones have to start preparing for from today.
Well, there you go. If you're one of those folks that's listening in and heading back to school, now you've got some info, some very valuable information to take along into the next or this term with you. 58, 59, give or take days to get the entire term done, to get the whole syllabus for the term done, to understand the work. What happens if a child is sitting in your class and you're going through subject matter and they're just not getting it?
Then you try alternate methods to teach it.
So the child comes up to you and says, I'm not understanding this.
Yeah.
And then you make a plan.
You have to. So as an educator, you should understand the needs of the child because you've spent time with the child. So even without them coming up to you, generally you should know that they're not understanding the concept because you look at the work that they give you and you understand their body language where they seat it.
So many teachers listening in right now thinking, hey, this
just look, if you're passionate, for me, I honestly believe that it comes naturally.
Yeah.
The whole approach is just be learner-centered. Teach them in the way that they learn best.
It's your breakfast rush. It's time to be driver-centered.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome. And he's gone. He was there like a second ago.
I was talking too much, sorry.
Yeah.
It happens.
That's what happens every now and then when you work in radio. Do you know what I mean? So we'll call him back, and we'll try and get him on the line for you, just to give you an idea of what to expect on the roads as you're going. Now, a little piece of advice, just something that Brother Zakaria and I observed this morning.
Okay.
Just a small, it was a teeny-weeny observation. Here's the thing. If you're the one driving, and you get to a red light, and you're the first one on the line, and obviously you stop because it's red, don't look down on the floor next to you and then bend over and try and pick something up. Because the light turns, it goes green, and then the person, me, who's trying to turn the other way in front of you, we're waiting, and we don't know what's going to go on with you. And then the guy behind you decides, hey, I'm overtaking on the left-hand side. And then he comes around, and I'm already turning. And then here he comes, and you, Mr. Distracted, Still got your head down under your dashboard trying to find something. Don't do it. Pay
Recipe
attention.
for disaster.
Pay attention. That was quite an interesting thing that took place this morning. Anyway, let's see what's happening on the roads. Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How you doing?
How are you?
You know, what do they say in Hindi? Dil dhadak. You know, it goes, starts banging inside your chest. It's feeling much better now.
I wonder why it's making dhadak dhadak.
I almost got myself a trailer. But anyway, what's happening on the roads today?
No, there's nothing. It's clear.
Look at that.
First day of school.
First day of school.
Alhamdulillah.
That's brilliant. Like
But
absolutely.
I'm just thinking about something.
Yeah, oh, please do tell.
You know, when you went to school yesterday, how did they spell orange? O-R-A-N-G, the color, O-R-A-N-G, the fruit.
You know, that question's been perplexing me for years.
Both.
Do you know the answer?
Okay, leave that answer. I'm going to ask you a question, all right? And I want you to give me an honest answer. There was a man standing on a bridge. He jumped from the bridge and he died.
Shame.
You were a witness to this incident. The police arrived on scene and they start questioning you. And the questioner asked you, where was he when he jumped?
On the bridge.
That was before he jumped.
He was on the edge of the bridge.
That was before he jumped.
He was standing on the other side of the railing, not holding on.
That was after he jumped.
No.
Was he standing on the railing?
He was
I don't
standing.
know.
It's like he was about to take that first leap kind of thing, or the last leap in his case.
Yes, so that was before he jumped.
What?
So where was he when he jumped?
He was out of his mind is where he was.
So try get me the answer for this one. How's that?
Yeah, I tried. Apparently all my answers were wrong. You know, you're talking about spelling, right? Fahim, by the way, Fahim says the guy was in the air.
That was after he jumped.
At the moment that he was jumping, this poor soul was out of his mind. That's where he was.
So the question is very simple. Where was he when he jumped? So if you say he was on the bridge,
yeah,
that was before he jumped.
Let's pretend for a
If you
second.
say he was in the air,
Yeah,
that was after he jumped.
right.
So I'll leave it in your good hands.
He was in the middle somewhere.
Let's see if we get answer.
He was in the middle.
That was after he jumped.
In the middle.
Yes.
All of these wrong answers are going to create us jumping in the studio, Colonel Rove.
So I'm going to pretend for a second like this is a very hypothetical situation, and everybody's saying he was in the air, right? So my thing is this, and if you're watching YouTube, you can see it happening. So you got the bridge, you got past the bridge, and you got Mister in the middle over there. So what I'm going to do, you're the cop asking me the question, I'm going to point and says he was over there. There. Like Duma there. Walaikum salam. Oh man, it is your breakfast rush. Thank you very much. Some of you guys just responding on YouTube at the moment. The very question, very first comment rather, is my one from this morning where I'm asking, where are you watching the video from? Thank you very much to all of you for answering. Razia sending her salams to the Breakfast Rush team on YouTube as well. And there you go. My question's on screen at the moment saying salams everybody. Tell us where you're watching from. We've got Famida who says the UK. The UK. Could be Amkumas.
One.
Could be Amkumas. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
Okay. Maybe she's out in London.
The other one that has beautiful weather every single day. We can swap places.
Yeah. Anissa says, I'm out in Isipingo Beach. Thank you, Anissa in Isipingo Beach. Silver Glen, Razia, nice to have you in. Glad to have you there. Salams at Shanaz, and I'm watching from Chatsworth. Thank you, Shanaz. That is Zakia, a profound nasiha. Absolutely. She's in Jersey, watching in on YouTube at the moment. Jazakallah. Shazzy says, hey, this fellow was on the floor dead.
Colonel Raouf would say
that's like after
he jumped.
I'm listening from Sydenham. And then I said that I have to be at work in Canubia, but I'll catch TBR on the radio whilst you're driving. Good idea. On the radio. Is that Zayan? Yes, Zayan. Mokopane.
Is where?
Over there? Yeah, in the map. I'm watching from Durban. Hey, we're on our way to school. Jazakallah. Upper Latifa watching in Woodhurst in Chatsworth. Jazakallah Upper for watching in as well. Now, all of you folks that are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing that. Go down. Just look down on the screen. You're going to find that subscribe button. It's down there somewhere. Go. Right. You hit the subscribe button. You press on that little bell. It's a small little bell. Go ding. Right. You press on that one there as well, and it'll send you notifications when the show or any of the shows go live. Easy as that. More messages coming through saying salams listening from Rylands in Cape Town. Hasnain Abdullah enjoying the show in Rylands in Cape Town. That's so cool. Springfield Park. Hey, you're around the corner. Springfield Park is around the corner. Zakaria Omar Christopher, typing my name in the correct spelling. Thank you very much, Zach. Salams, it's Mashuda watching from Phoenix, Arizona, or, south of Umhlanga. Which one is it? Salams, I'm out in Chatsworth. This is Hasina Pillay. Thank you, Hasina. Tyra B. Ismail from Mokopane. Before, it was known as Potgietersrus.
So according to Google, that's in the Limpopo province.
There you go. As soon as they sent in, Potgietersrus, I kind of knew that one there. Salams, bluff. You bluffing me? You're bluffing me. Listening in from Umlazi in the car. Right, then Ahmed. Take it easy. Hope you have yourself an absolutely brilliant day. MH says,
I'm still under the Gudri, but he didn't tell us which area the Gudri is in.
Durban. Don't ask questions. Sometimes you're going to get an answer. Did we get our traffic report or did I just miss it? I'm not sure if it was for him. The report was that the roads are clear. So if you're on the road now and if you see something that we should be talking about, then let us know. Please do let us know. And then we can let everybody else know as well. Salams, TBR. Today it happened. I was holding my vehicle keys in my hand and I was looking for it.
Abu Bakr and I are in the same
WhatsApp group.
Same.
Yeah. He's driving very far. He's in Stonebridge. Very far. Stonebridge. Right. Thank you, Abu Bakr. Have you ever done this? Had your spectacles, right, on your head. And you're walking around the entire house, turning the place upside down, trying to find it. Happened to me yesterday. May your day be as beautiful as you all are. Fauzi, Ameen, and hope you have a blessed one as well. Zora Bibi Sheikh says he was in the air. Salams to the team. Farouk, salam to you as well. And this one is?
Happy 9th birthday to my amazing son, Abdul Rahman. You bring so much joy to our life and we are grateful to have you in our life. May your day be as awesome as you are. Love you loads, Bobby. Lots of love and the eyes from Papa, Yaya, Abba, Bye-Bye, Nanima, Nana, Kiki, Kikima, Sani.
Wait, stop. No, man.
What?
No. The only name she didn't put inside there was Gori from Gori Kebabs. Really?
You can see what I can see.
Bobby. Is his other name Robert? Eh?
Happy birthday, Abdul Rahman.
Happy birthday, Bobby. Maybe have a good one. Please send me the zikr which Mulana read yesterday morning. Huh?
I don't think this was during our time after reading the last line.
We'll start again. Please send me the zikr which Mulana read yesterday morning. For a good spouse for my daughter. Okay. I can't do it.
You would have to make contact with that particular radio station.
So I'm sending you the phone number to the office, right? 031 208-1601. Remember, guys, when you send a message to us here in studio for content, it's almost impossible for us to send it to you because the format that we use it in the studio is not going to work on any device that you own. It's a format problem. So the guys in the office can convert the format and send it to you. Listening in from Phoenix, awesome day to everyone. Noor and Issa to you as well. Have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum, Razia Kader. This is it Bobby?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. A very happy 9th birthday to Abdul Rahman from the Abdul Latif and Sayyid family. Wishing you all the best, George.
This family have interesting names.
This baby has a lot of nicknames.
Yeah. No, George is somebody else. Wahida Khan, Assalamu alaikum. I love this message. It comes in like 1 minute after 6, right? Shabir Mohammed says, Salams, if I'm hearing your voice, I'm late for work.
Ooh, sorry.
I think tomorrow morning we'll start the show off saying, Shabir, you're late. We'll just do that. Shabir, you're late. Ishmael Khan, Assalamu alaikum. With all my aches and pains, I am afraid that I have a Chinese disease. Young normal.
We feel you.
It's possible. Now,
what is that?
Now, Brian Abrahams, he sends us a recipe for something that's the headline is "Say Goodbye to Snoring,"
and it's a home remedy, by the way.
Now, here's the thing, Brian. If I have a full cup of warm milk before going to bed, the reason I wouldn't be snoring is because I can't sleep.
Why wouldn't you be able to sleep?
The milk.
Does what?
I won't be snoring, so the noise won't be coming from up there. The stomach going to be rumbling home. That's a problem. You see. Anyway, lovely. More messages coming through on YouTube as well. Fazila, good morning to you as well. Assalamu alaikum. Muslima says he has many. True story. He's got many names, that fella. I was pushing my specs up my nose, and I don't even wear glasses. How amazing is that? So your nose was itchy and you were like I'm just making sure I'm using the right finger as well, but just demonstration. So 0609041056. That's the WhatsApp number to the studio. And then of course you that's watching on YouTube, just go down there into the comment section and go for it. Enjoy.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Save the date. Hajj Seminar 2026 is back. Saturday, 11th April, 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at 207 West Road in Overport. Proudly brought to you by the Al Ansar Foundation and the Capital Group of Companies.
More than 800 million people around the world live in deep poverty, uncertain of where the next meal will come from. For those on the brink of starvation, a food pack means survival, dignity, and hope. Send food, send kindness. Be the reason a family does not go hungry. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmeera Cassim and Nichal Sarawan.
सहर का वक्त था मासूम कलियां मुस्कुराती थी हवाएं खैर मकदम के तराने गुनगुनाती थी ابھی جبریل بھی اترے نہ تھے کعبے کے منبر سے کہ اتنے میں صدا آئی عبداللہ کے گھر سے مبارک ہو شہ ہر دو سرا تشریف لے آئے مبارک ہو محمد مصطفیٰ تشریف لے آئے مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق كلهم مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل حول من الأحوال مقتحم فخر عالم بادشاہ انس و جاں سرور کونین سلطان عرب شاہ عجم ایک دن جبریل سے کہنے لگے شاہ امم تم نے دیکھا ہے جگہ بتلاؤ تو کیسے غم عرض کی جبریل نے اے شاگردی محترم آپ کا کوئی مماثل ہی نہیں رب کی قسم مولایا سید الکونین والثقلین محمد سید الکونین والثقلین والفریقین من عرب ومن عجم میٹھے آقا میرے میٹھے میٹھے آقا میٹھے میٹھے آقا میرے میٹھے میٹھے آقا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق نہ کوئی آپ جیسا تھا نہ کوئی آپ جیسا ہے کوئی یوسف سے پوچھے مصطفیٰ کا حسن کیسا ہے زمین و آسماں پر کوئی بھی مثال نہ ملی زمین و آسماں پر کوئی بھی مثال نہ ملی یا رسول اللہ اکرم الخلق مالی من علوذ به یا اکرم الخلق مالی من علوذ به سواک عند حلول الحادث الامامی سلام اس पर कि जिसने बेकसों की दस्तगीरी की सलाम उस पर कि जिसने बादशाही में फकीरी की सलाम उस पर कि जिसके घर में चांदी थी न सोना था सलाम उस पर कि टूटा बोरिया जिसका बिछोना था सलाम है आमिना के लाल महबूब सुबहानी सलाम है आमिना के लाल महबूब सुबहानी मीठे मीठे आका मेरे मीठे मीठे आका वसल्लम दाइमन अबदन अला हबीबिका खैरुल खल्क़ि कुल्लिहिम या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफा बल्लिग मक़ासिदना या रब्बी बिल मुस्तफा बल्लिग मक़ासिदना वग़फिर लना मा मदा या वासिअल करम
TBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. This is your breakfast rush on Radio Al Ansar. Now, Police Sergeant Fani Nkosi will remain behind bars until his next court date. However, there are questions of whether the masterminds behind infiltration of the SAPS will ever be caught. Today, we'll be speaking about this matter on the program, so stick around, stay tuned for that. It's Wednesday, and Buddy Govender will come through later on the program to give us the latest sporting update. We've got 2 minutes to news at 7. Tell us a little bit more about Fani.
The Pretoria North Magistrates Court heard that a raid at Sergeant Fani Nkosi's home last week uncovered more than 50,000 rand hidden beneath a mattress among other items. Sounds like ooplang. Anywho, the court heard this yesterday when Nkosi made his first appearance following his arrest last week. Nkosi, aged 42, was arrested on Thursday after police conducted a raid at his home in Pretoria North.
Right. Mattresses and sofas. That seems to be like the first place cops go looking for anything these days.
Takes me back to Praveen Gordon and what he used to say.
Well, what did he used to say?
Ooplang.
Yeah.
I'll find it under your mattress, under your sofa.
2 minutes to 7, and the United States President has agreed to suspend his planned bombing of Iran for 2 weeks, following his threat of a whole civilization will die tonight if Tehran did not comply with his demands. Last night, within hours of the planned attack, Trump took to his platform, Truth Social, to announce he had reversed course, and he credited Pakistan for mediating the settlement, but warned it came with conditions, namely that Iran reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Let's not go back home because we have, unlike other radio stations, we have clocks and we can watch it.
Thabile.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Every day's a good day. Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, nearly 30 years after the Truth and Reconciliation Commission hearings, victims of apartheid-era violence in Ndwedwe in KwaZulu-Natal are said to receive a state housing assistance. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. Nearly 30 years after the Truth and Reconciliation Commission hearings, victims of apartheid-era violence in Ndwedwe in KwaZulu-Natal are said to receive a state housing assistance. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced yesterday that 220 verified TRC victims in Ndwedwe will benefit from the long-awaited reparations program, which includes a once-off housing grants or the construction of new homes. The announcement follows the implementation of housing assistance regulations published in January this year, designed to give effect to long-standing commitments to restore dignity to victims of gross human rights violations under apartheid. Ramaphosa said the handover of symbolic checks representing 40 million rands in cumulative assistance marked a significant milestone in South Africa's journey towards justice and reconciliation. Of the approved beneficiaries, 114 have already received approximately 21 million rands through the President's Fund, which covers the cost of the reparations. A police captain attached to a high-level security unit is at the center of a multi-million rand fraud case, with the National Prosecuting Authority revealing that he's accused of siphoning off a combined 5 million rands from state coffers. Johannes Daniel Janssen van Rensburg, aged 52, appeared before the Pretoria Magistrates Court on charges of fraud worth 4 million rands and theft amounting to 1 million rands, allegedly committed while he was stationed in the finance section of the Protection and Security Service. NPA spokesperson Lumka Mahanjana says the alleged scheme ran for 2 years, during which the captain is said to have abused his access to the internal financial systems to divert funds under false pretenses. It's alleged that between March 2024 to March 2026, Janssen van Rensburg used his access to the finance system to withdraw money by manipulating the system to book out cash for himself under the guise that the money was made for traveling expenses. The authorities said that the money never reached the intended beneficiaries, raising serious concerns about oversight within the unit responsible for protecting the country's top leadership. The alleged fraud was uncovered after irregular activity was flagged internally, triggering an investigation. Janssen van Rensburg was arrested at his residence on the 6th of April. Despite the scale of the alleged theft, the state did not oppose bail. He was released on 50,000 rands bail after the court accepted that he posed little risk. In more news, the eThekwini municipality has officially unveiled its new digital job recruitment system, Digitally e-recruitment job application portal, which aims to provide a more efficient, fair and a transparent hiring process for municipal vacancies. In a statement, the municipality said that the unveiling marks a significant milestone in the municipality's drive to modernize the recruitment, address long-standing challenges, and restore trust in the job application process. The launch comes after the advertising of job vacancies was halted from December to allow the municipality to transition from a paper-based recruitment system to a single advanced digital platform. The city noted that although the Digitally U system is live and fully operational, new vacancies will begin loading on the platform on Friday. In more local news, 3 alleged cash heist suspects are expected to appear in the Vryheid Magistrates Court in connection with a robbery that took place in March this year. The suspects were arrested on the 4th of April by Hawks members from Richards Bay Serious Organised Crime Investigation, working together with the Zululand District Task Team. The suspects are aged 35, 44 and 64 years old. Hawks' spokesperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant Colonel Simphu Mhlongo, said the 3 were arrested for a cash and transit heist which happened in Klakkerstad near Linjani turnoff on the 14th of March. He said that it's alleged that the armored cash vehicle was traveling on the R34 from Ulundi to Vryheid when it was attacked by the suspects. And finally, Iran has agreed to a 2-week ceasefire with the United States, with its National Security Council saying talks with Washington will begin in the Pakistani capital Islamabad on Friday based on Tehran's 10-point proposal. The statement today came after US President Donald Trump said that he was holding off on a threat to end Iranian civilization and would suspend attacks on the country for 2 weeks. Trump said the truce was contingent on Iran agreeing to the complete, immediate and a safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow waterway that connects the Gulf to the Arabian Sea and through which a fifth of the global oil supply passes. Iran's partial blockade of the strait, imposed in the aftermath of the US and Israel's attacks on the 28th of February, has disrupted global trade, driving up oil prices and causing fuel shortages across the world. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 44 cents, to the euro at 19 rands and 20 cents, to the pound at 22 rands and 7 cents. The Saudi riyal is at 4 rands and 38 cents. Gold is trading at $4,794.22 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $94.44 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with the headlines at 7:30 for Radar on Song News. I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. 7:06 it is now. Your breakfast rush on Radio Al Ansar. We got to go try and figure out what's happening on the roads. Now, as I said earlier, if there's something that you come across whilst you're driving that we should be talking about and telling others, then send us the info on WhatsApp.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Rauf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. If you're in the north of Durban, Salt Rock Bridge, you got both those traffic lights not working on both sides of the bridge. So traffic's going to be hectic. They use it as a four-way stop. Hopefully those authorities in that area will send pointsmen to go and deal with those traffic lights that are out. Protest action on the N2 near Hebridean. Also the R102 as well. They're protesting for the road is blocked. The authorities are on their way there, or they're in attendance. Hopefully they'll be cleared up soon, and then traffic will start flowing properly again. Now remember, that's the N2 near Hebridean. Both directions are affected, and the R102 as well. Slow-moving traffic on the N2 northbound between the M7 and Spaghetti Junction. There's a bit of slow-moving traffic on the M1 Higginson Highway eastbound as you're approaching the N2. Also, the N3 coming into Durban is slow-moving between Paradise Valley, the M13, and Spaghetti Junction. Now more as you get to the Pavilion, St. James Avenue. Between St. James Avenue and the N2, N3 split, traffic is really backed up trying to take those ramps onto the N2 north and south. The M41 is a bit slow-moving as well as you get down the hill eastbound towards the Hairpin Bend onto the M4. Just allow for some extra traveling time there, please. The N2 southbound between Umsloti and Umslanga as well. Traffic is slow-moving due to roadworks taking place, but there'll be delays in the vicinity. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel. We'll catch up with you in about 20 minutes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. It's your breakfast rush at 7:09 now. When we come back, we speak with the national leader of FOSA. That is Tebogo Mashilompane. FOSA calling for accountability and justice.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Africa.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 rand or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 rand, or Africa for 65,000 rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
The views and opinions expressed by the presenters and guests of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It's 10 minutes after 7, and this morning we are turning our attention to a case that is raising serious questions about accountability and justice. Police Sergeant Fani Nkosi remains behind bars after his bail application was postponed to the 13th of April. But while this may seem like progress, the Forum for South Africa, also known as FOSA, says this is only the tip of the iceberg. FOSA argues that too often in South Africa, we see arrests of alleged middlemen, while those believed to be pulling the strings, the so-called masterminds, remain untouched. They're now calling for a deeper, uncompromising investigation that goes beyond individuals on the ground and instead exposes the full network behind corruption, including those in positions of power. To unpack this further, we're joined by the national leader of FOSA, Tebogo Mashilompane. Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar.
Good morning to all of you also.
Tebogo, thank you for making the time for us this morning. Now, FOSA has made it clear that Sergeant Nkosi's arrest is not enough. Why do you believe this case points to a much bigger network?
Look, the Sergeant Nkosi is a middleman, and we must be tired, we must be fatigued by this element of arresting one individual, and then he makes the headlines, and then he goes to prison, or he gets the bail, or suspend the sentence, and then he's gone. That is not removing the rod that is already there. We need to deal decisively with the masterminds, people who are in charge. Because even if you remove Sergeant Nkosi, the bosses will find another replacement, and then the mission will still continue. So our argument is that we are not happy with the middlemen being arrested, but not arresting the kingpins. We want the kingpins if we really want to deal decisively with corruption.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've raised concerns about middlemen being arrested while those higher up escape the accountability. Tell us, how common is this pattern here in South Africa, in your personal view?
Yeah, we've seen this movie before. We've seen people saying this one is selling drugs, this one is corrupt. They arrest them. But when you ask a simple question, who are they selling for? The answer is nowhere to be found. The investigation, the moment they arrest one person, the investigation stops. So we are cautioning and we are putting pressure to say, we are watching you. We understand that you've arrested him, but can't you go further and get the real people? There's a web of corrupt activities. Mm-hmm. Deal with the web. Don't deal with an individual. Mm-hmm. Destroy the entire system so that the problem can disappear. The problem will not disappear now as long as the investigation will stop because of finding Nkosi.
You've called for financial investigations. How important is it to follow the money in cases like this?
Following the money will assist with lifestyle audit, because now you begin to know that the agent salary, you all know how much they earn, the salary is public information, and then now you match the salary with the lifestyle. And then that will assist you when you follow the money, because now you are able to know who has funded this project, who's funding this man to do whatever that is doing, to stay in nice places, to drive expensive cars, and having expensive lifestyle. that he himself cannot afford with his salary. So it is very important that we track and trace the finances. It will give us direction.
So you've called for financial investigations. And in your opinion, what are the biggest obstacles preventing law enforcement from going after so-called masterminds?
One of the biggest things that we have from iPads is security. They always lament the fact that they are threatened, their lives are at risk, and so forth. That is the common thing that they mention. You'll remember also with the issue of the late Van der Merwe, Witness Day at Madanga Commission. And then people who are supposed to investigate that, they said, this is a serious case. We can't go and investigate these particular cases. So this is the problem that we are facing currently in the country. Investigators have limitations. They can only investigate up to so far because they are scared of their lives, they are scared for their families and so forth. So that is the problem that we are facing. So we believe that if indeed we want to deal with corruption, the president should come up with another way of making sure that these investigators are protected, they don't feel threatened by the cartels and so forth. Because that is what is currently happening. They cannot go further. Because once you investigate, you will now start to touch certain dangerous aspects. And then people will tell you, don't go that side, don't go that side. Here you must stop. Don't go beyond this. We are also told the same thing. I'm told that I must stop talking about the masterminds and criminals and so forth. It is a dangerous territory. So it means now everybody must stop talking, everybody must stop investigating, and the corruption must go on. So that's what people are always saying.
There's often public frustration around selective accountability. Tell us what needs to change within the justice system to restore public trust.
When an ordinary citizen or a low-ranking somebody or a so-called middle class is arrested, or the poor person, they get arrested, they put in prison and all those things, demand bail, not get it. But when it's other people, you don't see arrest. They are told that they must submit themselves to the nearest police station, they must come and do representation and so forth. They are not arrested. And a clear example is this one of Sergeant Nkosi. Because if I can tell you, you go deep into the investigation, you'll realize that when they were investigating him, they came across high-profile politicians, high-profile criminals, but they could not go there because those ones are untouchable. They had to go for the hanging fruit, which is Sergeant Nkosi. So this is the challenge that we are facing. It's selective justice. Others are treated in this fashion, others in another. And then unfortunately, the poor, the low-ranking ones, according to them, they are the ones who face the full might of the law.
Tebogo, there's so many more questions that I have for you, and you know, when you were talking about being warned against going further into these investigations, you know, I think South Africa as a country, you and I and every other citizen living within the borders of South Africa, law-abiding citizens deserve to know the ultimate truth. And I think you're quite right in saying that our president needs to find better ways to deal with all of this. So whilst there are threats that are being made to various different investigators and people like yourself that are keeping the spotlight on this, I think on behalf of the people of South Africa, we want to say thank you for the bravery and please push forward.
Yeah. No, appreciate it. I really appreciate it. We believe that we are called. This is not our issue, is the work of the Lord. We are doing the work of God. And we are not threatened by any person, and we are not going to fear or have favors. We will speak the truth and we'll speak power to the truth because we know the one who who called us.
So beautifully said.
Thank you very much for your time this morning and insight on this subject. Wish you the best in your day.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed one.
You as well. That's the national leader of FOSA, Tebogo Mashlompane, speaking with us this morning with regard to accountability and justice. I think it's so very important that we go further up the ladder of corruption.
I love it. They say, stand on your truth even if you stand alone.
You have to. So FOSA is the Forum for South Africa, and of course keeping an eye on this one here, because whilst the arrests of the bottom rung individuals, those arrests are welcome, we want to know if we're going further up the ladder and further arrests do take place. Prosecutions do take place. People are found guilty and all of those.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Radio Al Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the Complaints Committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willoton. Your input helps us serve you better.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickville Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
You remember when we were at school and the teacher said, okay, open book test?
Yes.
That's exactly what we're doing now. That's exactly what we're doing now. With Vodacom, we're giving you an open book test with an opportunity to put your name on a list of people that will win a weekly prize. And then at the end of the campaign, which is around about the end of April, right? One more top prize. More big prize from
No better
Vodacom.
way to choose to do this than the first day of school.
Yeah, there we go. Open book test for you on the first day of school. So if you have been to one of our Vodacom stores, now there's quite a few of them around the country. If you've been to one of them and you picked up the catalogue, you've got the book with you. That's where the answers are, inside the catalogue. Now, just in case you didn't have a chance to do that, I'm going to say to you, get in on the action on YouTube. Go to it, because Brother Zach has just put the answers up on the YouTube video.
Do you have what it takes to win? Call now and let's find out together.
The Breakfast Rush.
0861 904 904.
So here's the situation, right? This campaign centers around you getting your hands on the brochure. So every week for the month of April, we will discover Honor handset deals and launch of all new Honor devices at the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores and what's on offer. So we'll be asking you questions of the catalogue. Now you can go into store, grab one of those catalogues, and you can have a look-see. All the answers are right in there. And then we will tell you, like today I'm going to say to you, if you go in and you grab a look-see on pages like 3, 4, 5, the answers are right there. It's in the catalogue. Now, if you didn't get a chance to go in, the catalogues are also online. So you can check it out online on the social media pages for at Cellular City Group.
So basically, you don't have to leave your house, but you can still win.
We're giving you the answers. It's an open book test. But how's this? 0861 904 904. Put your name in line for a weekly prize. Call now. Mondli is literally at this very moment just sitting there like a kid in a candy store waiting for the store to open. Like he's waiting for the phone to ring. Is it going to be you that's going to say, I took the time to log into YouTube and I can see the answers on the screen? Or you're going to say to us, I went to the store and I got my brochure. Or you're going to be like, Nichal, I use technology and I'm online and I've got the brochure open in front of me. So I've got the answers in front of me.
You have such incredible technology that you can win. And I'm looking at these prices here that Zach's putting up. Some really good deals for me to look at.
Just because you're in the market at the moment, aren't you?
It's beautiful. I need a new Honor.
Elaborate.
I need a new Honor. So I'm looking at Zach, you're very fast. He asked me to elaborate. Stay there.
Go back.
I'm looking at the Honor X9D.
Uh-huh.
My eyesight's not very good. All I can see is the unbreakable AI smartphone. And for me, that's enough.
Right.
More than enough.
As long as she can't break it.
That's all I need.
So I tell you what we do, right? We get you a Nokia 3310. That was it was an indestructible device. You had to be severely gifted to break a Nokia 3310.
I think everybody in this world will say, give her that.
Yeah.
She can't send voice notes.
Oh, yes, please. Zach, we need to do that. We need to get a Nokia 3310 because all she needs to do is like receive a call, make a call, send an SMS, and that'll be that.
Play the snake game.
Yeah, done.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0 Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Big city to big city. Winners wake up with the breakfast rush.
حسين وحسن لعلي وحسين وحسن إن في جنة نار من لبن إن في الجنة نار من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن لعلي وحسين وحسن كل من كان محبا لهم كل من كان محبا لهم يدخل الجنة من غير حزن يدخل الجنة من غير حزن إن في الجنة نار من لبن إن في الجنة نار من لبن لعلي لعلي وحسين وحسن كل من كان محبا لهم كل من كان محبا لهم يدخل الجنة من غير حزن يدخل الجنة من غير حزن إن في الجنة نارا من لبن إن في الجنة نارا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن لعلي وحسين وحسن حب آل البيت فرض عندنا حب آل البيت فرض عندنا وبهذا الحب لا نخشى المحن وبهذا الحب لا نخشى المحن إن في الجنة نارا من لبن إن في الجنة نارا من لبن لعلي وحسين وحسن
So there are quite a few people that are coming through saying, wow, what a recording. All but not cold is what Shafi says. This is, and a lot of people asking, please send the name of the track and the artist. Angaz.
No, I don't know the name of the artist.
So the artist is with English subtitles.
Okay.
And the name of the recording is Qasida Ahlul Bayt.
Yes.
That is the name of the recording in this system as it is recorded. I'm reading it off the screen. At this moment it says Qasida Ahlul Bayt, Arabic with English.
The actual track is correct, Qasida Ahlul Bayt.
Yeah, but the
you
video,
just have to...
The video's got English
use
subtitles.
your ears.
Yeah.
Find it online and then save it. That's all.
Yeah. Nokia 3310 will be good for Naz. It's all but not cold.
Does it actually still exist?
Yeah.
Really? People have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you go to the Cellular City Group head office, right, if you ever get invited, and you go in there and then you're sitting in the boardroom, there's this sort of like a museum wall kind of thing, like a display with all the phones through the decades, really. You can't just say years. You got to say decades. It's like there's phones on that wall that you saw when you were a kid, and there's a brand new one lying on a shelf.
I've been once. They didn't show me.
They didn't show you the one? They didn't take you? Oh, okay. So they invited you for a chow.
Not really. Went to pick up something else.
Assalamu alaikum to Shabir and Shaida Ali. Hope you guys are having a brilliant day. Happy 5th birthday to amazing daughter and beloved wife from Imtiaz. The recording, it's a new 33, No, it's a new 3310, similar to the old one. Oh, there is. Yes, there is.
Okay.
There is actually that. Shukran, no worries. Buddy Govender will bring you sport in just a moment. We've got to try and get your traffic. First, we've got to get you headlining news with Thabile Duma.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, EFF leader Julius Malema has dismissed the statements of two witnesses who say they saw him bringing designer alcohol and cash to alleged Big Five cartel leader Jotham Swazim Sibi as bizarre, saying their evidence is part of a smoke and mirrors attempted to discredit him. As bulk users continue to complain of confounding fuel price increases which go beyond the published prices, Engen has confirmed that it has imposed temporary surcharges on fuel supply to certain customers. And finally, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office has announced that Israel backs the United States' decision to suspend strikes against Iran for 2 weeks, but said that the truce will not apply to Lebanon. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Do you know, I'm getting these messages about a pothole. Florida, Argyle, in that area. A pothole.
Yeah.
And then, because nobody's paying attention, large crater.
Does that mean we can swim in it?
No, just check with Auntie Helen. check with Auntie Helen. Maybe she can. I don't know.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. The situation on the N2 is not looking good. The R102 in Hebberdine as well. Right now, they're really battling with those protesters. Try and stay away from it. Not use that place for now, please. I'm getting reports of vehicles being stoned on the N2. You know, they have a problem with electricity or water. Why go stone people's cars? Why not go stone the dam or stone the electricity lines or something? You know, the pylons, they're not giving you power. So don't go stone innocent people's cars. Anyway, be that as it may, accident on Gary Road eastbound on the Connaught interchange. Now, this is with the car gone underneath the bus. There's a bus and a car involved. It's going to be quite a long time before this one's cleared up. So remember, on Gany Road, eastbound, Connaught Bridge, that's where the accident is. So there will be delays in that vicinity. R102, as you go past the Stafford Garage near Fairbreeze in Tongat, 2 motor vehicles were in an accident there. So there will be delays in that vicinity as well. Just allow for extra traveling time. Accident on the M13 eastbound before Maytime stores in Kloof. 2 vehicles were in this one. There's delays there as well. Accident on the M7 eastbound. So it's Wakesley Road and the M7 or Edwin Swales Drive. 2 vehicles were in that one as well. There will be delays because it's in the middle of the intersection. That's your final update.
There's an invitation to a braai for us, Colonel.
Okay, hang on now. Both my ears are open.
Brother Fahim sends an invitation to a braai, and he says while we in the venue, we could probably sing a few songs, I suppose. He says not too far from the venue, there's a butcher, just like down the road. It's not too far away from the Avondale Musalla. You know where it is, right? This area.
I'm trying to put a picture to it. Carry on.
He says it's inside the rather massive crater or pothole. That's the venue. He says it's big enough.
Who's supplying? I know the water is there.
You know the water.
Who's supplying the meat?
Here's the thing. Can we get arrested for swimming in them?
Bring in braai.
No, man. He invited us for a braai. I know he'll give the water because the water is inside there.
So let's do it. He says it's not a pothole. It's large enough to fit a car in it. So, Colonel, I think the
crater, and they're aware of it.
Yeah.
So they will eat. That was dug up not long ago, and on Saturday night or Sunday night.
Yeah.
All that heap of sand that was sitting there outside the one place on Aga Road.
Yeah.
One of these 60 bikes rolled right into it.
Whoa.
And the bike went into the sand, and the rider went flying over it.
But was the delivery done on time though?
That I don't know because that never shook. Because the bike went straight into the sand and stayed upright.
That's I know motocross is sport.
Your punishment will be swimming in the pothole or the crater.
Okay, cool. Colonel, thank you very much for your banter. We'll catch up with you tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I wonder if we can
dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Buddy Governor, assalamu alaikum. Wednesday morning, Mubarak. Welcome.
Alaikum salam. Thinking is a new saying. You're making a crater out of a pothole.
Yes, no more mountains out of molehills. This is South Africa. We'll make craters out of potholes. Why not?
Absolutely.
Pothole swimming should be regarded as a sport because Nazmeera was just about to ask, and actually she asked, can you get arrested? And Colonel Raouf didn't answer.
I wanted to actually ask if we can take the kids at schools for excursions to see.
Nazmeera, there's only one way to find out.
Try and see what happens.
As long as you guys have bail money, I'm willing to take the risk.
Good one.
What's happening in the world of sports, Buddy Governor?
Let's get into IPL. The Rajasthan Royals made it 3 wins from 3 games after a 27-run victory over the Mumbai Indians in a match that was reduced to 11 overs per side due to the weather. Tennis coming out of the Monte Carlo Masters. Defending champion Carlos Alcaraz began his title defense with a 6-1, 6-3 win over Sebastian Baez in the second round. Second seed Yannick Sinner made light work of Hugo after a 6-3 win in the second round. And 2025 semi-finalist Alex de Minaur saw off Cameron Norrie 7-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2. However, all eyes last night was on the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. First leg, Bayern Munich's winless run against Real Madrid came to an end as they beat them 2-1 at the home of Madrid. So that was a huge result there for Bayern Munich. Kai Havertz, though, he struck in stoppage time, as Arsenal also got a 1-0 away win at Sporting Lisbon. Great results there by Bayern Munich and Arsenal winning away from home. The second leg at home, I'm sure will be much more comfy for them. Tonight we see Paris Saint-Germain taking on Liverpool at 8 p.m. So that's going to be an interesting game because Liverpool not really at the top of their game at the moment, and PSG looking sublime. And then the Spanish derby with Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. That's the second quarterfinal. So it's going to be at 8 o'clock Liverpool, 9 o'clock Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Great sport ahead. We'll pick it up on Friday again.
Looking forward to it, buddy. Have yourself an amazing Wednesday, and we'll catch up soon.
You all as well. You and the team. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
19-8 this morning. The Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources says it is reviewing the local fuel price mechanism, with the process to be completed in March next year. This is according to the department's director of fuel pricing mechanism. This is Robert Marquet, who spoke with a news agency yesterday, explaining that the price of fuel is the end result of a multitude of global and domestic forces, ranging from the fluctuating price of crude oil and the strength of the rand to the intricate costs of shipping, storage, and a series of government levies and taxes. While the international factors, including the price of Brent crude oil, the demurrage rates, and freight costs are set internationally, the local factors are under consideration. So Marquez said the main one for them in the department is the review of the fuel price mechanism, saying they're now going to review how industry margins are calculated in South Africa. And these include the wholesale margins, retail margins, secondary storage, and secondary distribution. I read all of that and learned nothing.
Me too.
Honestly, you sat there, you listened to all of that, and I'm pretty certain you learned nothing as well. But here's the story as it's presented to us. I say learned nothing because you haven't told us anything that's new except for you reviewing it.
The only thing that came to mind as you were reading was that almost 4 rands per litre extra that we're currently paying. That's all.
So, how's this? What's going to happen at the end of April and the beginning of May, because that 3 rand levy reduction, if you will, is not sustainable because now government is losing money. So what's going to happen next month? We're going to get the fuel increase, are we? And are we going to get the 3 rand put back in? So let's assume the fuel increase is going to be like 3 to 5 rand, and then you put another 3 rand on top. What's going to happen? That's the question. I'd rather read that than you talk about something that we already know. Like, what are you using, all the factors to determine pricing?
They're going to go and have to find that other 50% somewhere else. Not from us.
Not from whom?
Not from us.
It's under somebody's mattress. It's inside the sofa. It's with, they're the middle seat. Pick it up.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At our bakery, freshness is baked into everything we make, from rustic sourdough loaves to soft paninis, cheese rolls, and gourmet donuts. Discover the freshest artisanal bakes, warm and golden straight from the oven. Ensure there's something fresh for every occasion, whether it's dinner, a get-together, or simply something special for the table. Visit our bakery at Checkers Cowie Park and Westwood Mall. Butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmeera Cassim and Nichal Sarawan.
अब रुख को छुपा बैठे करके मुझे दीवाना खुद किए जाना जलवाए जाना बेखुद किए देते साकी हो अजमेर का साकी हो बगदाद का मैं खाना बेखुद तेरा दीवाना हाँ मैं तेरा दीवाना बेखुद किए देते संगे दर जाना ना बेखुद किए देते हैं अंदाज़ की जमाना दिल में तुझे रख लूं ऐ जलवाए जाना ना बेखुद किए देते
TBR, it says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. And before we go, and before we give you the Salah times, there's, I don't know if event is the right word to use, but there's an invitation.
Yes, to a mahfil, to a celebration. So, world-renowned Naat Khan Hafiz Dr. Nisar Ahmed Marfani will be in South Africa this April, inshallah. On the 16th of April, that's Thursday night after Isha, at the Alimia Masjid in Phoenix. On the 17th of April, for Jumu'ah at the Habibia Sufi Riverside Darbar. And on Friday, also the 17th of April, at the Darul Uloom Ashrafia Alamiya in Chatsworth. Now, the 18th and 19th, that big weekend, you are invited by the Jiwa family to the Sufi Baijan Rahmatullah Mazar Sharif, that's at the 45th Cutting Astana, for the Saturday program that commences after Asr Salah with Igyarwi Jalsa, after Maghrib with Zikr by Maulana Ismail Pirbhai. Thereafter, you have Isha Salah, Supper, Mahfilenat by Dr. Nisar Ahmed Marfani, and then your Sunday program, the 19th, commences at exactly 9:30. Don't be late, I promise you, you might not find space. So please accept this as a personal invite from the Jiwa family, and remember, for all of these mahfils, ladies' accommodation is provided.
Anyone who wishes to have his means of livelihood enlarged and a prolonged life should treat his relatives with kindness. And that's a message from Abbas Sheikh in North Beach in Durban. He says that is his thought for the day. Another message that comes in now. Amina, this is unconfirmed. It says crash on Mgeni Road, eastbound near Connaught Bridge. Right, we get a picture with confirmation. Oh, my word. This person's not making it to work this morning, and everybody sitting inside of that bus is probably going to get late for work this morning as well. Crash on Mgeni Road, eastbound Connaught Bridge. Looks like a light motor vehicle's crashed into the back of a bus. This car is a write-off. I am not an insurance assessor, but looking at the picture, I hope you're insured, buddy.
We make dua that the occupants are okay in these vehicles, most importantly.
Most importantly. It is TBR at that time of the day now where we got to say, hey, the rest of the day goes on without us. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, but before that,
your Salah times on the 19th of Shawwal, 1447. Zohar, 3 minutes past 12. Asr, 6 minutes past 4. Maghrib, 11 minutes to 6. And Isha, 5 past 7 this evening. Have a lovely, lovely Wednesday. Be the best version of you.
5 to 8. Do good. Be good. Till the next time.
Big city to big city. Winners wake up with the Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading